Good morning, everybody. I'm super excited today. I've been invited to take a behind-the-scenes tour inside the leading cybersecurity firm in the region, DarkMatter. I'm going to go over there and speak to those great minds that are leading the battle in protecting our data after all this rapid digital transformation. They're going to tell me about the new products they've launched, some really cool stuff I've heard. We're going to find out about their most recent events. I'm really excited. So let's go to Abu Dhabi.
Experience room.
Wow! This place is incredible.
Yeah, it's awesome, huh? And you can get to see all our services and products that we've been able to come up with the last couple of years.
So when did this company actually start?
So it actually started in 2015. Over here, I can actually show you a timeline. It was just a handful of people with our managing director, Faisal, and a couple of the key people. They pretty much created a plan and worked out how they should best approach it and how they need to get there. So you can see in the first year, there was 133. Currently, we're now at nearly 600 security experts.
So it was really kind of like an underground startup kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like a really small team together with some, ideas. They didn't really know if it was possible or not. I believe that Faisal spoke to the recruiter there and he told him his vision and the numbers that he actually wanted to achieve. I think the guy didn't really take him serious because to reach 600 in a couple of years, it's not heard of, right? So what we've been able to achieve and what they actually visioned back then, they've been able to make it.
I mean, in 1 year alone, you went from 133 employees to almost 500.
Yeah, it's pretty insane numbers. And you can see that we've also grabbed a lot of people all around the world. So different backgrounds, but all on the same vision and same direction.
We started the company with 35 people. We are more than 700 now.
Yes.
You can imagine.
You have all the languages spoken here, don't you? Why do you like the culture of this company?
My dream is to start with a new company. It's nice to start from scratch. It's nice to demonstrate, to experience all this growing. In the region who is involved in the cybersecurity business.
Yeah.
So that was one of my really interesting factors to choose. This is one of the reasons challenging. I like challenge.
How do you want your department to go?
We are business services.
Yes, of course.
So whatever request comes to us, we have to comply. We have to.
So you don't say no?
We don't say.
You never say
no. No, it's not a competition. It's not.
I like that attitude.
We are busy.
Right? That just tells you how hardcore these guys are. Impossible is the beginning. So you went from almost like 100 employees to almost 500 in a year. How many departments do you have?
I can't remember the exact number because there's so many, and we're covering nearly the whole spectrum of cybersecurity. But I can list some of the, let's say, the main ones.
Yeah.
So you got Zenith Labs, you got the C&D team.
His department first, of course.
What can I say? It's the heart of DarkMatter, right?
We're gonna meet his boss, Alan White. Alan is in charge of Zenith Labs and C&D. So tell me a little bit about the department.
Yeah, so cyber advisory services is actually broken down into two main teams. We have our governance and risk compliance team, and we have our cyber network defense team. Within the cyber network defense team, the part that I lead, we have two teams, a red team and a blue team.
So you have the red team, which is basically trying to figure out where the flaw is, what the problem is, and the blue team is a little bit like the rescue service, is that right?
That'd be correct, right. I've joined about 2 years ago. And since that time, we've been continuing to build an amazing team, just aggregating talent from all over the world, which I think is what makes it really unique, because we're bringing together so many different perspectives. If you're working in a company to just say one region of the world, you may only find that you aggregated talent from that one region, which is interesting. But when you bring a global team together from all parts of the world, you really maximize on so many different perspectives, so many views of the cybersecurity space, and so many experiences that then that whole team can capitalize on. It's been an amazing journey.
Where's your involvement in all of this?
Well, I always tell my philosophy is you never stop recruiting, right? Whenever job you take, generally speaking, because of this space, you're always going to need new talent and fresh talent to help with the growth and the people who've moved on to different roles.
It's a lot of work, it's a lot of stress. So what are the motivations for you?
I like that we keep building. There's a sense of gratitude when you're building something, you can see the results of it. So if you think about the talent, the processes, the client base, the things that we actually help our clients with to help them be more secure, those are rewarding, right? Our clients have come to us after we've done lots of large projects and they said, you've made us better. Look at the results of what's happened. And we can give that, when you get that back from them, that's really rewarding. And of course our team as well, when they grow as well. We have extra servers, we have a conference room here for our meetings where we can get in with clients or other team members and just sort on things. And we'll take you over to the labs.
Yeah.
Rocco is one of the most longest employees in the Zenith Labs, doing an amazing job in the lab. Our zero-day research and ability to find security flaws in technology are led by one of our 3 lab leads, and he's one of them. Rocco spent a good part of his career finding brand new security flaws in technology, which is an amazing feat.
Yeah, so you can see the Zenith Labs is pretty big. A lot of the labs are actually have a filter over their window to prevent eyes looking in. So this is the Harvard Labs.
It's actually a lab. I just thought like lab, but it looks like a lab.
This is the real deal right here. So
We saw some of the soldering. I think they told us there's going to be some of the soldering in Cyber Week and Hack in the Box, teaching people how to do it.
So the shiny part is the chip from the bottom, and turns out that it's transparent in infrared. So we can shoot infrared lasers. And so we use the CNC machine here to open the chip from the back, and with that we can, for example, then shoot infrared lasers which penetrate the backside of the chip.
So essentially, what does this do? What do you use these for?
The person that developed the chip might not expect that people shooting lasers at it while it's running, and it disrupts the operation in a way where, for example, we can bypass security features, or we can, for example, stop security features.
So people think infiltrating hackers and all that stuff happens on a software level, but it actually is also involved in the hardware.
Yes, so essentially in that sense, we nicely complement the work of the software lab, because in order for the software lab security to become effective, the hardware needs to provide a solid foundation. And we check whether the foundation is solid, and then the software lab can verify whether the software runs on top of the hardware, fulfills its part of the deal, and in that sense, you need to verify the whole stack.
So for our viewers out there, the heart, the essence of DarkMatter is really to battle all the threats to cybersecurity. What's kind of a really important tool for you guys to do that?
So one of the offerings we have is called SOC. So SOC is a security operating center.
I like that name, SOC.
Which we have just on the other side of this wall, actually. National security trying to protect, and they go into those rooms with all the TVs around.
Yes!
This is exactly what we have.
So what exactly is a security operations center?
So a security operations center basically is a fusion center that will bring in various pieces of information from an organization and analyze that information, look for indications of compromise, look for basically events of interest. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a malicious attacker, but if somebody is doing something stupid or without approval or whatever that creates a situation, we want to be able to detect that and be able to investigate that and hopefully remediate or mitigate that from being a threat. So it's everything from doing behavioral analytics, looking at anomalous activity, looking for malicious software, looking at vulnerabilities. So we're really incorporating a number of different pieces of information to try to figure out what I call cyber situation awareness. What is the situation within the organization, and can we make decisions and recommendations and respond to certain things that happen within that organization? The contracting landscape became more and more challenging. And so I was contacted by a headhunter on LinkedIn, and they talked about Faisal's vision of what you want to do here. And obviously the UAE wants to kind of be the best of everything. And so when we talked about some of the things that I was planning to do in the States that really stalled because the client appetite just wasn't able to execute on that stuff, he gave me kind of the assurance that that's exactly what the UAE wants to do. They want to build these things. And so it was interesting because we were able to come over and take on that new challenge of, one, educating the clients on kind of what the next generation of cybersecurity challenges are, how we can prepare them for that, how we can put things in place to help them survive those things.
I want to know your first impression of coming into DarkMatter. What the vision was, what did you feel like would be the initial challenges?
It was exciting because it had that startup feel. It was challenging because a lot of the clients were not very mature with their cyber environment. So we really had to spend a lot of time with education and being able to put things in place. So we didn't have robust processes in place. I expect that with a startup is you got to work on those things. And so, and then we didn't have a BD team at all or sales team at all. So it was always us going around talking to the different customers, and once that technology is identified. Well, and I think that's the great thing about Expo from my perspective is it's getting us some fantastic experience that we would never have gotten in another project, because we're integrating in so many different things that you would normally not see within a single customer. And then being able to look at the scale of it, it allows us to go to other customers with that experience. So we just recently got from Saudi Arabia where we met with Neom, which is the project that they're going to build in the northwestern part of the country, which is going to be a future city. And so it was interesting hearing what their vision is, and that we've already tackled some of the challenges that they're anticipating because of the project we have with Expo 2020.
That was perfect. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
So we actually have our own crypto being developed in the building, and this is...
So do you develop your own code?
Exactly, and this is to, do encryption, right? Where we don't have to rely on other countries' crypto. We can build our own and then apply it into our own product.
Because if you build your own, it becomes much safer. If you're using somebody else's.
Then you know every little bit of detail.
Okay, great, great.
There's also other teams who support us, like IT.
It became very apparent that we didn't have enough manpower to be able to serve the business, and so we had to go very rapidly to get up and be able to try and catch up with the business, as I mentioned before.
I'm sure you've got some strange talents and skills inside. Do you want to tell us about some of them?
Yes, I guess the starting point of all of that is the nationality mix that we have. We have 13 different nationalities in IT.
Wow.
So, and that's something...
That must be an interesting English that you speak inside. Everybody with their accent.
It can be challenging. So that's something we've actually tried hard to do. And also we wanted a gender mix as well. So when I started, we had 4 different nationalities and 1 lady.
There are no women in IT.
Now we have 10 ladies and we have 13 nationalities.
It has a different feel than the rest of the place for sure.
That was deliberate. What we wanted to do was try and make people feel comfortable and relaxed when they were coming to get support. Normally, if someone has a problem, they're stressed, they have a timeline they're working against, they're annoyed, they can get angry quickly. So we wanted a space for people to come that was just nice.
What's been some of the challenges that you've been facing? Because you're saying that, developing so fast, growing so fast, of course, poses a lot of problems.
Yeah, of course. The biggest problem that we have overall is the essence of DarkMatter itself. DarkMatter, the origins of DarkMatter are as a cybersecurity organization. So everything has to be embedded in security, and everything that we do has to be much more secure than an ordinary organization. Because if we get breached, if we get compromised, everything that we do takes a lot more time than it would for a standard corporate organization. So if we want to deploy a laptop to somebody, or we want to give someone an email account or do something, it takes 2 to 3 times longer because we've got to secure it.
It was a pleasure getting to chat with you. I'm going to leave you to go back to your team. I know you guys got lots of things happening inside.
Thank you.
There's the marketing team, the finance team, and some of the other departments.
And those departments are growing just as fast as everybody
Exactly.
else.
We all have to grow together, right, to reach our mission.
I think this is a testament to how fast DarkMatter is growing. I've come to HR and finance. I'm going to find a few people to talk to get the DarkMatter story from their perspective.
Thing that you will see in DarkMatter is the pace of execution. So one of the things that motivates me, the way DarkMatter caught the wave. So this is these 2 lanes are where procurement team is sitting. When I came to this office for the very first time, there was nothing in it. So we fitted out everything from the scratch, bought furniture, bought carpets. What you see today is a totally different office.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to make sure I deliver the best service, that everybody is happy, everybody is got their due share, everybody is paid on time. It's very difficult, very challenging here. but I try to live up to. We are growing. We are growing in terms of number of products, we are growing, but not irrational.
Okay.
And it is all organic growth. There is no inorganic growth. So we are just not growing by acquiring somebody up till now. This is the story till now. So when you grow organically, the fact is that everything gels together. But when you go inorganically, you acquire 2-3 companies, that time it becomes very difficult to adjust, to come up and show. There is no stopping for that.
So I sit in within HR, and so we have the responsibility for our employees and also to the business side of things.
Okay.
So what that entails is we have different functions within the HR team, like we have operations, which takes care of the day-to-day activities, and then we also have the responsibility for career development and then also the business side of things. So it is a huge remit, and we like to think that we are the ones who get all this magic happening by getting people on board. So it is our founders' mission and vision to also create the pipeline for future talent through Emirtization. So we do partner up with universities as well and ensure that the youth of today are ready for the skills that they need tomorrow to fill those positions.
What's one of your favorite things about being here and about being part of this firm?
It's the people.
What motivates you on a day-to-day basis?
You get the opportunity to do a lot more. So it's not an established organization where you own one small piece of an expanded set of initiatives. You actually come in and you own the initiative end to end.
So you really get your hands dirty.
Yes, you have to. It's not like, gloves. You have to roll up your sleeves, get into it.
You can see in 2017, we actually reached a high number. So this is 661 employees with 56 different nationalities. And then you can see that we came up with the Caton phone. So this is actually the most secure phone in the world. We're actually up to nearly version 3 now.
So I keep hearing about all these amazing products that DarkMatter is coming up with, and I think this is kind of your standout, isn't it?
Yeah, so out there you can see, as you would know, that the mobile phone is pretty much the most utilized tool that exists. But the problem is that the security just isn't there. So Faisal, our managing director, was able to realize this, and then this is one of the main reasons why DarkMatter was put together to build this device.
Wow, so this was actually a moving force for DarkMatter to come into existence.
And all the security testing from hardware to software is all done by Zenith Labs.
You're working on a very cool project here, one of the coolest projects of DarkMatter, actually.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest. I think that one is not only one of the coolest, one of the most important projects we have at the moment.
Okay.
And yeah, we developed last year the team device, and we are going to continue our development with another new device.
So this is the most secure device in the world?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
How was it to work on such it's a big endeavor?
Yeah, of course, it was a really nice experience. And I think that that's one of the reasons that I decided to come here and work for DarkMatter.
For this project?
For this project, and for the coming project that we are going to develop.
What's some of the projects that you're looking forward to working on?
Of course, for the next team generation. And for the other projects, for example, we have other projects called Viper as well. And then we are...
And what's that? Is that also a phone?
No, that's not a phone. That is a kind of way to generate secret communication.
Okay.
But it's also confidential.
Thank you so much for talking to us, and we're going to leave you to your very confidential work.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Bye.
We're coming to you from somewhere completely different. I came down to visit Digital X1 Labs and speak to David. He's going to tell me the biggest projects that Tom and Digital X1 are working on.
Tam means in Arabic done. So we're trying to make sure that we're getting things done as quickly as possible.
I have to say, what I've noticed with DarkMatter, I don't know who's picking the names, but they're really good at it.
The names are pretty catchy, right? Yeah, for sure. So here's where all of the work happens. We've got our core teams here that are working on supporting all of the initiative, and these guys are constantly innovating and putting out fires and trying to make sure that we're on track while the rest of the teams out here are focusing on the journey. People work hard, but they also try to break out and have a bit of fun. We've got some ping pong, we've got foosball, we run tournaments here. We're working here on building our catalogue of journeys for TAM. We're migrating government entity websites, we're building applications, we're migrating services. It all happens here. So what that means for us is we're building the infrastructure, the digital infrastructure to support Abu Dhabi government here, and we're using TAM as kind of a platform for that.
What do you really like about the team, the culture of this company?
Well, no, it's impact, and I mean, really, it's having an opportunity, having the privilege to work on such a big initiative with the leadership who are so, thoughtful, and they're kind of visionaries, really, and being empowered to take that vision forward. That's something that you don't get very often. But they're super interesting because you're actually breaking ground. You're discovering new things that don't actually exist in the industry today, and that gives us, the motivation to keep going.
Thank you so much, David. It's been really cool to come and have a look inside here and see what's going on, and best of luck. And now for 2019, tell me a little bit about some of the events DarkMatter is getting involved with, because I'm sure with the company growing and developing so fast, you guys are becoming more and more involved with events in the region.
Exactly. So one of the key clients that we have at the moment is the Expo 2020.
Yeah.
And we are actually the main people involved to protect against cyber threats.
Here also, Cyber Week happened in Dubai last year, and this year it's coming to Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
But it's part of this huge event that happens all over the world, Hack in the Box. It's also a recruiting event.
Yeah, so we're going to be there, explain to people what Zenith is, what we do, but also going to pretty much invite them to come to the Cyber Week in Abu Dhabi. So hopefully everyone now has a better understanding what we're doing in the Middle East, and yeah, look out for us. So thanks, take care, and see you soon.